Messy Mondays.
And we are live.
Your girl show me.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode number
Your girl Marley
of
Marr.
Messy Mondays podcast.
Welcome back. 51 is just the closer to 52, which 52 is technically a full year because 52 weeks.
That's true.
But we are celebrating a full year already in August, but this is just commensurating all of that.
Yes. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing about weeks, you know how when people are like pregnant and they're like all these weeks pregnant. Since I've never been pregnant, I'm just like, that's really confusing. Can you just tell me how many months?
I say that all the time, especially when you tell me how old your children are and you want to tell me your child is, they're 18 months. Nope, I don't care.
Right.
Year and a half.
Or 72 months. When does it stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. Like, I gotta do math. I'm not good with the months. Maybe when we produce children, we'll understand why.
I know, because once you and I either get pregnant, I know we're going to be into the week thing because it's really closer to the weeks or how many weeks are left until you're pregnant. So,
well, that's how the doctors speak. So you have to like understand. That's how they communicate.
You know, I've heard that like some doctors be off on how many weeks you actually are. So like they'll think you're 6 weeks, but there's no telling when you've actually literally began getting pregnant or something like that. So some women actually go to 40 weeks, but you're supposed to only go to like 38, 39.
Wow, that's interesting and very concerning.
Right? That you were baking a little too long?
Yeah. And not only that, like what if you're sleeping with 3 guys? You need to know these exact dates for these messy situations of people who send the stories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I did.
You don't know.
I'm not going to talk about other people, but that's fine.
That has to be really dramatic. Like not knowing who the dad is, that's like crazy.
It is. And I think it puts your friends in a place too where you're just like, I'm just here to support you, girl. Yeah. I'm just here to support. And like you're just a supportive friend when it's happening to your friend, like those kind of things, because you don't want to put them in that space of like judgment.
Yeah.
And so you want to be respectful and be like, girl, here's a gift. You know, let's throw you a baby shower.
And just shout out to the girls that like have the baby showers and do all the pictures and you never even get an inclination of who the daddy is. I'm like, okay, like you really just gonna ride this out, girl. Like you ain't even gonna show him. Like,
I think that might be one of those things where like, I mean, a lot of women nowadays are like, I can do this on my own. I mean, we've had those conversations before where it would like, I've had this conversation with friends. If it comes down to it, I can do it by myself. We don't have to have, you know what I mean?
I mean, everybody's capable. It is what it is. Nobody would ideally
say,
you know what I'm saying? But it's obviously everybody's capable. And nowadays, sometimes it's sometimes even worse to even have that individual around if it wasn't a good fit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of reasons
to be. Yeah. But shout outs to all of y'all pregnant out there.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with what the show is about tonight, by the way.
Nothing. We went on a whole tangent from weeks to pregnancy. So welcome to Messy Mondays. It just gets that messy.
Exactly. Today's episode is really unique because you guys are going to get a little bit of a taste of some of the other things that are coming with Messy Mondays now. We are going to start doing some on-site interviews with like really cool individuals. Some people are going to be here in Miami. Some people are going to be over in Seattle. And we're going to be doing like little one-on-ones and talking to people and having that footage inserted into our interviews so you guys can experience that person live. Really cool. That's just part of our growth. And of course, if you guys still want to be part of the actual interview process and join us on YouTube Live, you are welcome. Hit us up. Let us know. And make sure to contact us at Messy Mondays Podcast on Instagram and on Twitter. Or you can hit up myself at showme_ENT. And you can hit up Marley at
LoveMarley_. So LUVMARLEY_. And these are going to be really fun. So hit us up. And we are loving this live YouTube experience video. We figured this out in a sense, almost.
Yeah.
We're not experts. But it's really an enjoyable experience because now we get to literally see and look at the faces of all of our partners and anyone who wants to participate and any of our hosts or guest hosts on the show. So right. I'm excited for that.
And some people like to watch us and some people just like to listen. Everybody has a different flavor. Some people really enjoy the headphone experience. Some people like the YouTube watching experience. So we're giving it to you both. So that's really cool, guys. And thank you so much for allowing us to continue to entertain you guys on almost a weekly basis for the 52nd time. So that's pretty 51st. 51st and then 50
We're not
seconds
there.
coming
We're
up.
not there yet.
Yes. And with no further ado, we're going to introduce you guys to Michelle from FierceFit Miami. That video is going to drop right after this. You're going to just stay tuned. It's going to play automatically. Shout out to Phil the Creative. He actually did the behind the scenes camera work. He is a friend of the pod. That guy has done so much for us. It's unbelievable. You are like an angel. We love you. Thank you so much. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Just watch his interview. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Messy Mondays. This is such a special episode because this is our first on-site interview. How amazing. Thank you for everyone who has been tuning in thus far. We are doing our visual podcast thing now, and what better way than to celebrate than having a superwoman on the actual podcast. This is awesome. We have on our episode, we have Michelle. She is the founder of FierceFit Miami, and I want you to say hi to all of our messy listeners.
Hi, I didn't know I was the first on-site
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I feel special now.
You should feel special for a million reasons that everyone's going to find out about right now, but you should feel special, absolutely.
Thanks.
So tell us, what is FierceFit Miami?
So FierceFit's a high-intensity interval training boot camp. We opened in November of 2016. It's not CrossFit. People always kind of associate it with that. I'm not sure if it's the kettlebells or the functional movements, but it's very functional. We don't use machines. We use TRX, kettlebells, dumbbells, medicine balls. We run, we jump rope. We use conditioning ropes. We do pull-ups. We do team events together, like Tough Mudders, races.
Like team, like you and your trainers do it, or the
No,
people
the
that
members
Oh,
and the
wow.
trainers, yeah.
How cool. I think I've always wanted to do one of those mud runner things.
They're fun.
But is it like really hard? Like I
Yes.
sometimes feel, right. Like it just feels like, I like the fact that you get dirty. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like it's an excuse to get dirty. But I don't know if I can handle it.
No, you can. It's all about teamwork. Like there was this 10-foot wall in one of the Spartan races that we did, and I'm 5'2". I can't, no. So one of the trainers, what he did was he kneeled and then he like kind of put his hands right here like a cheerleader, and we all just stepped on him and jumped over the wall. So you help each other. It's a fun group thing, but we were all sore for 5 days.
Right, it's teamwork basically.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you bond and all of that.
Yeah, it's super fun.
That's pretty cool. Well, I want to make sure that people understand how this all started. I first want to kind of say that I love the FierceFit name, kind of because it reminds me of Beyonce. Because I don't know, like it kind of gives me that vibe of being like fierce and being like powerful and being a woman and overcoming obstacles and what, like I love the word, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that you pretty much had a lot of the creative influence in creating this whole thing. I want people to know the beginning of when you decided to open up this whole entire process and gym. How did that start?
Well, it was always a long-term goal of mine, but when I graduated college, I graduated with a degree in broadcast journalism. I interned in the field. I thank God for that internship because I realized it wasn't for me, and there was just nothing else I saw myself doing besides opening a business. And fitness has always been my passion. I started working out intensely when I was 14. I wasn't overweight, but I was on the chubbier side. And in dance, that was very frowned upon a decade ago, more than a decade ago. So that motivated me to get in the gym, and look better in my dance costume. And from that moment on, I never stopped working out. It's been a big passion of mine ever since, fitness, nutrition. And so I want to spread my knowledge on fitness and helping other people better their health.
Wow, okay. So when you started working out when you were 14, were you doing things to this level? Like this, usually when kids work out that age is because they're involved in a sport of some kind.
I was in dance. I was in a dance magnet, dance team in school, and then dance studio. So aside from all that, I would still go to the gym. I had a personal trainer. I was so serious about it.
Wow.
Yeah. And we did do very intense workout. She actually introduced me to high intensity interval training because I wasn't a fan of the machines and doing 3 sets of 10, sitting there, working out one muscle and then moving to the next machine, waiting in line for machines. So she helped me out with that and introduced me to that spectrum. And here we are. I never stopped doing it.
And how did you overcome the fear of being a first-time business owner? Like a lot of people nowadays, everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. That's like kind of like in style, you know what I mean? And everybody kind of wants to branch off. Nobody wants to work for corporate America. People want to be independent. What gave you the strength, as well as how did you combat the fear of being able to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it all the way, and FierceFit is gonna be a real thing?
To be honest with you, I never had the fear. I think in part because I was young and naive. I didn't know what came with owning a business, and I'm glad I didn't know, because I don't know if I would have done it if I would have really known.
It would have turned you off probably, right?
Yeah. And people tried to tell me, you know, oh, you're so young, like you have other priorities. Like you want to party. You're not going to want to spend Friday night working on your brand. You're going to go out and party, and as a result of that, it's going to fail. Little did they know I burned myself out in college, so by the time I was 20, I was a grandma.
You were a professional partier.
Oh, yeah. In college, we have stories for days. But that's another story for another day. So I just took it on with my eyes closed. I had no doubts, no fears. I was just like, let's do this.
Wow.
It's because I was 23, and you know, when you're young, you think you're invincible.
Yeah, but that's like super impressive. Like, when do you communicate with a 23-year-old that has a business plan, number one? That has a business plan that makes sense. That's not like, oh, I want to fly planes and be amazing. Like, you had a business plan that makes sense, and you actually had the ability to execute. You know what I mean? And those are things that should be highlighted, because there's people that are triple the age of 23 and they never have the ability to move forward. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who, you know, get the business degree, but they're not business savvy. So they're book smart when it comes to that, but when it actually comes to owning the business and running the business and growing it, that's a difference. That's something that a professor in a lecture hall can't teach you.
Right.
And I think that's something that was innate with me.
And also, some people don't know how to treat their employees. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that doesn't really get taught. Yeah, you'll read a manual on how to manage, but there's a human element to it. You know what I mean?
Course.
So, like, now that you have a team of trainers and you guys, you know, I've watched you and I'm one of your fans and I'm always watching your stories, it seems like you guys have a really close niche and you have a bond.
Yeah, one of my trainers, he's been with me since before I even opened my doors. He reached out. We went to high school together, but we were never really close friends or anything. And he reached out and he was like, hey, I'd love to be a part of your team. Whenever you open your doors, like, you know, consider me. And I did. I interviewed him and he worked out, and it's been 2 years already and he's still here, you know, which I really appreciate.
Absolutely. Now, are you a Miami native?
Yes.
So you were born and raised here. You know, that's rare. You know, everybody's like from somewhere else and like they started somewhere else, but that's cool.
I left Miami for 2 years, came right back.
Where did you move to?
Kansas.
Why? Damn, why?
They gave me a good scholarship for being Hispanic, because, you know, there's like 0 Hispanics, much less Cubans.
I'm sure.
So I took it, and I wanted to go away for college and get that college experience. So again, I blindly just took it on and said, why not? Miami's not going anywhere if I ever want to go back. So I went for a year and a half, came back, finished off at the U.
Okay, so you are a UM graduate.
Yes.
Yes, and we all know that you guys do not play when it comes to team spirit.
I have not missed a game since 2013.
Wow.
I swear.
That's crazy. What was it like going to school in UM? Because usually from the outside in, it looks like you guys are really into your football team. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You guys are really, really diehard loyal, and the city loves you too. Mm-hmm. Like, that's pretty much what you get when you first come to Miami, you understand.
Yeah.
What is it like being a person that you used to be a cheerleader as well?
Yeah.
So, you know, what is that culture like?
It was awesome. It kind of feels like as a student, you feel like you're in high school because it's so small. The classes are like 12 kids per class. You know everyone, especially if you're in athletics, if you're a cheerleader, dancer, any athlete, you all know each other. You feel like you're in high school. But it's also cool because no one who's actually from Miami goes to the University of Miami. So people would meet me and they'd be like, oh, you're actually from here, cool. And I would get to meet people from other parts of the country.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
That's awesome. And I always used to say, I can only imagine what it's like to leave your state and go to school down here, because I went away for school just like you did, and it's fun in that element because you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you get to meet a culture that's not your own, so that's cool. But I think to myself, imagine if you were dorming out here from one of these other states.
Like, no, not from another state.
But you know what I mean? Like, it must be such an awesome place to go to school and to like live in the dorms, because you have everything that Miami offers, these beaches, the heat. Yeah. It's just like, it's wow. How do you even focus? Like, I feel like people fail out of college.
I almost didn't graduate.
I bet. I believe
really
you. There's just too many options out here.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But you did graduate.
But I did.
Congratulations. And you didn't use your degree.
But I do.
But you use your degree in other ways.
In other ways.
Very cool.
I tell my mom that to make her feel better.
I love it. Okay, so now let's talk about the FierceFit workout regimen. I know that you guys are known for having a very versatile group of people that come here. You are a no judgment zone. It's a very family oriented feeling, and you guys even work with people who are recovering from injuries, people who used to be ex-athletes, getting them back into shape. Tell a person what it would be like to take a class here.
Well, it's intense. If you're looking for an easy workout, a workout that's not going to challenge you, don't come. It's intense for anyone. We figure out a way to program the workout so that it's challenging for the beginner and also challenging for the former athlete, for the fit person in the room. For the beginner, there's a certain standard on the board. That's your goal. That's not something that you must do that very day, that very class, but you work toward that, and that would be your goal. So for that class, we would modify it for the beginner and do whatever we need to do so that they feel comfortable and they complete the workout.
Okay.
As long as it's at their own pace and they're listening to their bodies, as long as they finish the workout, we feel like we did our job right.
What do you have, like a person that you can say has been a great success story, that you see a transformation from beginning to end? Have you had the pleasure of experiencing that?
Yes. Oh my God. There's so many people. There's this one girl, Charisse. She absolutely hated working out. Her friend dragged her in here. She was overweight. Now she comes, the friend moves away. So she was like, Charisse was like, oh my God, I'm left without a gym buddy. And usually when people come in together like that, when one drops, the other one's gonna drop.
Right.
But she stuck through it. She met other people. She's done these races with us. She's lost a ton of weight. She's so healthy. And it was life-changing for her. And now she comes every day on her own, holds herself accountable, takes the initiative. She doesn't need that person there telling her, hey, get up, let's go to the gym. If she can't make it in the evening, she'll come in the morning before work at the crack of dawn.
That's awesome. That's really awesome, because I know how hard it is to just get up in the morning sometimes. Like once you're here, it's fine. But when you have to get up in the morning and you have to say, you know what, I'm going to go work out right now, it's like one of the hardest moments in the day.
No, for sure. You're like, you have to talk yourself into it. You have to not let that little voice in the back of your head.
Yeah. So how do you find the way to stay motivated? Like, what do you think is the best way for a person to tell themselves, you know what, I stuck to this and I'm doing it? Because a lot of times people feel like, you know what, this time it's really going to work. Mm-hmm. This time I'm going to lose the weight, I'm going to get fit, I'm this, that, and the fourth. I want to be amazing, I want to be fly. But then everything else kicks in and the excuses kick in and I'm tired and I have to go to work. Like, how do you coach the people that you motivate on a regular basis to fight through that?
Well, if you want it, no external factors are going to influence you. But if you do find yourself losing that motivation and kind of deviating from the plan, there's a couple of things I suggest. You can get new workout clothes. That's always exciting to put on something new. And surrounding yourself with people who have the same goals as you. If you're gonna go out to eat on a Friday night with all of your friends who wanna go have McDonald's, that's not gonna work. Also, just like kind of becoming obsessive over it. Like put pictures of your goal body all over your fridge when you're gonna go for that ice cream or whatever.
Or don't buy the ice cream.
Don't buy that. Yeah, but people want to use the excuse that, the kids, I buy it for the kids and I lose control and then I go for one scoop and one scoop turns into a pint of ice cream. Yeah. So if you're in that situation where you have kids or other people in the house, just tunnel vision. If you want it, you want it,
Right. So now, what is next in the FierceFit calendar so people can join and people can attend, and what's coming up?
Well, we have a lot of exciting things coming up. We're coming up on 2 years. We're going to have a party at actually one of the members' houses. They opened up their house and were like, hey, let's throw the party here. And I was like, sure, let's do this.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, because she's always throwing parties at her house, and I always see them on social media, and they look awesome.
Yeah.
So when she threw out the idea, I took her up on it.
Is it gonna be like healthy snacks or okay? Because I don't know if it's a gym celebration. Are you allowed to pick out? Okay.
I'm human, you know, and it's on the weekend, so I'll give them like a little freebie.
The cheat day.
Yeah, just once. It's a rare occasion, but yeah. So that, and then we're doing a holiday challenge. We did it last year, a maintain, don't gain challenge, so that they're motivated to maintain themselves throughout the holidays and not gain all this weight. During Thanksgiving, during that time, on average, Americans will gain 5 pounds.
I believe it.
Yeah, which 5 pounds is so easy to gain if you're just eating and not being active.
Especially when you travel, because if let's say you go into your family's house, you're gonna wake up late, you're gonna hang out with the family, you're not necessarily gonna work out for that 4-day weekend. It's just the
exactly.
truth.
Yeah. So we're gonna put a little something together to keep people on the ball, and then.
And how can people keep up with it? Like, are they gonna be able to do it on your Instagram? Make sure to let them know your Instagram and all of that.
Yes. No, it's gonna be more of an in-house challenge. We're gonna be taking their body fat every week, their body fat measurements, and it'll be attendance-based too. So they have to show up to their workouts and everything. And all of our challenges have been really great. The members get rewarded with like a free month of classes plus a cash prize, or it's always rewarding.
That's cool. So what if somebody just wanted to try out your class? Do you guys let people try out a class like for free?
Yes, we do an introductory free week pass for anyone who has never stepped foot in here. They get the week free. Because our workouts are so different every day that we feel like if they just come in one day, they won't really get a feel for what it's really like. So we think a week is good for them to really get a good taste
you can get hooked too in a week. I believe so, because you start feeling good in the morning and the next day and all that,
And you want to keep going back.
Right. So what do you see in the future of FierceFit? I know this is your baby in Miami and you started it, but I also know that you have plans to make FierceFit the gym of the world, of the country, of the South. Like, what is the plan?
I do think that the world needs more functional training, high-intensity interval training gyms. It seems like in a lot of cities, there's either just traditional gyms with machines or CrossFits. There needs to be an in-between, So yes, my goal is to definitely expand South Florida, US, international, little by little, one step at a time. I'm not in a rush. Like you said, this is my baby, so this is like the base of it all. Like, this has to be intact in order for it to appeal to any investor, for anyone, any potential franchisee. So that'll come in due time. All the documentation is ready for anyone who is interested in purchasing a franchise. Everything's ready to go, all the workouts, marketing material, operations manual. We would just have to talk it out and seal the deal.
You hear that, guys? So if you want to open up a FierceFit, all you got to do is contact Michelle, and she already has all you need. You just need the money and the location. So
The money and the location, and we'll talk.
yeah, absolutely. That's really awesome. And one thing I'm going to say about people who are on our podcast, it's kind of like a lucky charm. People always speak to us right before they're going to do something that's going to blow them up even further. So who knows?
No way!
I promised, hand to God. I promise. And we're gonna do a little segment that's gonna show people when they first came on and what happened after, because it's really impressive. Actually, it's starting to make me feel like we have like some type of a juju going on over here. So there's a strong possibility, ladies and gentlemen, by this time next year, the second FierceFit will be open.
Oh no, by this time next year for sure.
There you go. You see how it happens? And it just comes true, and then we're going to see you on TV teaching classes like the hip-hop dance people that
I don't know about hip-hop. but yes.
You know, it caught on and everybody was into it, you know what I mean? And that's what happens, and that's really awesome. And I think that what you're doing right now by just giving people a longer life is really the key right now. Like, everybody's really into all these older celebrities and older people that look great. You know, it's like everybody's like now starting to catch on that it's possible to still maintain and to still look good. But the real secret to that is being healthy and treating your body like you only have one body. Eating like you only have one life, and treating your muscles like it's your only set. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people like you are really helping people have a longer life. So with that being said, we need to reward the people who are paying it forward into society, and the universe will do that for you as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we really hope that anyone who's watching is inspired so that they can move forward. And if you're in the Miami area, guys, make sure to come and make sure to take the free week and make sure to join one of the challenges. And I know Thanksgiving is a really hard one. I know it's a really hard one.
It is. We're human, and it's hard for anyone, whether you're into fitness or not. But you just have to stay focused and not be one of those cliche people who wants to start in January.
I know. Resolutions, I hate them. I hate resolutions. I don't believe in them.
Yeah, like why do you have to wait for January 1st, you know? Why do you even have to wait for a Monday? Start tomorrow, start today, you know?
That's true. That's very true. And I've learned through my like weight loss journey, because I've been up and down my whole life.
Yeah, you lost a lot. I saw it on your Instagram somewhere.
Yes, I did. And people who've been following me for years see that. What I can say is that it's never ending, and it's something that you got to stick to.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna get fit for my wedding, and I'm magically gonna stay this way and go back to my old habits.
A lot of women do those crash diets for their wedding, where they're like literally just drinking water and lemon for like a month, and like they lose all this crazy weight,
but you gain it right back.
Yeah. Okay, so Michelle, so tell people if they want to become a member, if they want to follow you, if they want to learn about FierceFit, how do they do that?
Well, you guys already know about the free week pass. The free week pass is actually on our website. You can go ahead and claim it on there. The website is FierceFitBootcamp.com. That's FIERCE, fit, F-I-T, bootcamp, BOOTCAMP.com. On there you can find the free week pass, our schedule, all of our membership options, as well as class packages. We do have individual class packages. All the franchising information, we have a tab that says Own a FierceFit. On there you can find that too. And then our Instagram handle is FierceFit_bootcamp, FIERCE, fit, F-I-T, _bootcamp, BOOTCAMP. Hope to see you soon.
Awesome, guys. So now you know, make sure to come. I'm going to be honest with you, there's no air conditioning in here. So if you want to sweat, you're going to sweat.
You're gonna sweat. Bring your water. We have towels, but bring your water.
Yes, guys. And for those of you who are working out, you know it's important that it's hot while you're working out. It cannot be cold. There's nothing worse than going to a gym and it's like 40 degrees in that gym.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't even get into this. I can't even find a groove because it's so cold in here. You're not going to have that problem here. So I want everybody to be ready to come
I
here
agree, and this is not
sweat.
biased.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being our first on-site interview.
Yes.
This is an epic moment, first of many, guys. We're going to be supporting Michelle all the way. We're going to give you guys the information. It's going to be right at the bottom, all the handles, all the information, all the stuff you need. It's going to be there, and thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh my God, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was fun. I would love to hear everybody's feedback. Please make sure to follow Michelle. She was awesome. She was a great sport. Shout out to, once again, Phil the Creative. Make sure to check him out, follow him. All the info is going to be on the bottom as per usual. We're going to tag him on our Instagram. We're going to tag him on the bottom of the YouTube link. Make sure to support them both. And if anybody wants us to go and do an on-site interview with you guys, either in Seattle or here in Miami, just hit us up and we'll be more than happy to do that with you guys.
So the interview was very encouraging and reminding us that sometimes all those degrees that we go and get and all those certifications we go and sign up for, just degree in general, as a person who went to university and masters and all that stuff, sometimes you end up in a whole different road and a whole different direction than what you usually first started off with. Like your steps just kind of change. The direction just kind of moves and takes you a different way. So that was awesome to hear.
Yeah, and it works. It works sometimes. Really awesome.
Yeah, sometimes it's meant to be.
Yes. Now let's talk about another thing that's meant to be, Marley, because we all know about this jackpot.
Listen, I did not play this. And if those of you who don't know, the jackpot currently for the Mega Millions is at $1.6 billions. Billions. Isn't it like Austin Powers? Billions of dollars. So
Yeah.
billions. And I did not play the past week when it was at $1 billion. And I think that was major. I don't think people knew what to do with themselves. And for some reason, something was like, to me, was like, no, I'm good. I think the 1.6 I will be participating in.
I've never seen anything like this. This is nuts.
I'm going to put a $10 in there. $10 to the pot.
I mean, it's worth it. Why not? I mean, at the end of the day, we're paying taxes to our country because this is pretty much what this is. So we're just giving $10 to the Board of Education, right? Isn't that supposedly what they do?
We're supporting the children.
Right.
So who cares?
The future. So you know what I'm saying? At least we're giving $10 to a good cause of some kind. I hope that's what they do with the money for real. But it's just like, yo, that's like I can't even like picture what I would do if I won. Like, what would be the first thing you would do if you won? Like instant, like you see the numbers are there. Like, oh shit.
I would cry. I think like literally, because I know that the impact this is going to have on my life on a positive and on a negative scale. Right? Okay. Because you have to come to the realization that money is
the root of all evil.
The root of all evil. And like, it doesn't make happiness all across, right? Like more money, more problems. We have come to that conclusion. So I think for me, I would cry of the joy and what this is going to do for like myself, my parents, my future kids, you know, what Jay-Z and Beyonce said, like they kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's set up, right? So just imagine that. I would cry and scream and I would keep it to myself. I would be quiet for a good while.
You wouldn't even call your parents if you like hit it.
I would have to go to their face and go talk to them.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able. That's not something. There was not something I would say over the phone.
Okay. Why? Because you think you'd be listened to?
No. Just because like I need like for me, I think I'm just like maybe a little bit conspiracy theorist. Like, I don't know. Like we need to like have a conversation. We need to talk about this. We need to like plan this out. We need to know where we're going, who you're telling, who you're not. There's people you can't tell.
That's a fact.
Can't tell people. People die out here when people win the lotto.
Hold on a second. But don't they make you take a picture when you win winnings like this?
That's the other problem. We may need to hire somebody to take my place.
Yo, no disrespect to like the Muslim religion, but I would kind of try to see if I can pull that off
Yeah,
and
something.
wear the jump off, you feel me? And just be like, all me, only my
The
eyes, you know
Habib,
what I
just
mean?
right on here.
I
Hijab,
know
right
that's
on here.
disrespectful, but it's just like you are
Some,
afraid. Like
some
you're like a
disguise.
target.
It's very dangerous. And so I think for me, if I won, I would book a flight on the last couple dollars I got before claiming, go to my parents, have this sit down conversation, fly my sister and have this sit down conversation, have them
You guys need to
sign.
have a contract. There you go.
You hear? Have them sign their life away on this one piece of paper that I will take it all back if you
Yikes.
screw me over.
Yeah.
And plot it out from there.
Would you
Like,
tell them how much you won, or would you just say, listen, I won? Or would you say the exact, like if the number is like 600 million? Because let's just say that all that shit goes taxes, all that nonsense, whatever, and you decide to get in a lump sum, you don't want to get it for life, and you end up with $600 million, and we're just saying this on a generous level. You get 600 million. Would you tell them you got the full 600 million?
I would.
Okay.
Because that's not a billion. But it's more than what we've ever had.
Yeah.
So I would tell them the amount, but reiterating the fact that it's mine. We got to make things clear with people, no matter who they are. My name's on the check. But reiterating that, and then making a plan and executing a plan of things. And then I wouldn't share it with a lot of people. Like I just wouldn't tell a lot of people. I couldn't. I probably wouldn't tell anybody but my parents and my sister.
I can understand that though, because it's just like you don't tell people how much money you have in your bank account. You understand? Like you just don't. That's
And
not
we don't
something
share
you
our
do.
salaries.
No, and that's actually really like taboo to like ask the person how much money they make. Like it's like,
Well, I think it's an American culture thing to ask how much they
yeah,
make. Because as I've grown older, we've kind of come to like we just share as it is. Like, oh, they offered me this much. You'd be like, girl, that's change. Exactly. Why would I take it? Like those kind of things. You know what I mean? Like we started, I think, in retrospect, when it comes to if you're in the professional area, you start sharing, but it is a little taboo as well. But winning,
yeah, but you only share with people who kind of are in your world. Like you don't share with your friend that you know that makes less money than you. Be honest. Those are actual facts.
So that is true, because that's true. That's true. Because I'm cautious with who I share with.
Exactly.
Especially, but if they ask, they ask. And if I know that they don't make what I make and they ask me, I'll still share it and say it. But if we're just having a conversation, I wouldn't just spoil it out and say it. Unless
It's an awkward topic. Weirdly, it's an awkward topic to
money's
talk
a
about
tough
money.
topic.
Yeah, it is. It
You know,
is.
the rich and poor and the whole like social aspects. And then people sometimes feel like they can't be friends with you, or they're cautious in going out with you because you make more. You ever be around those people who can buy a bottle and you'll be like, I can pay for the cup. You know, you have a moment where
I've
you're
been in
just like,
situations like that, especially when you go to like these really fancy restaurants and then the bill is like $250 for one person. And I'm like to myself, I'm like, hold on, I didn't sign up to spend $250 at this dinner. Like, I get it that sometimes you got to live a little, but I think that at the end of the day, like you should prepare people for that.
in those kind of dinners, I would say, hey, I'm in the mood for a really extravagant dinner. Would you be interested in coming with me? I would explain to that person this is an expensive restaurant. Like I think, and that's what I like. A lot of people that I know, that they'll be like, hey, I want to go to this restaurant. Are you interested? FYI, it's $3 marks, right? On Yelp. or $4 marks on Yelp, FYI. You know, and then it's up to them to decide. Because I give you that opportunity to know this is where that scale of it is. I would never just spring upon somebody, oh, we're going to this restaurant. And then it's just.
I've been to like, have you been to Barton G here in Miami?
Never, because you know why? Because I heard that shit is chicken nuggets. And then it's like just like an expensive ass bill for chicken nuggets or chicken tenders.
I wouldn't say, I'm not going to exaggerate and say it's like nuggets, but I'm definitely going to say that it's not good food.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Like it's like, yeah, whatever the experience. For those of you who want to look it up, go onto the website Barton G. It's here in Miami. I think they have a few, but I
They
know
have in New
that.
York. They have in
Yeah.
Vegas. You'll see it on like the Real Housewives and all these different other shows, reality
And they're
shows.
known for having like these extreme desserts that are really displayed really extravagantly. They have like giant forks. Like it's cool and it's like an
It's a picture
experience.
moment.
It's definitely Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those
Mhm.
restaurants. But I tell you, I promise you, at that time I was making good money. So sometimes you do things like that with others who are making good money as well. So you
Mhm.
go to these restaurants to experience it. And I felt like blew money and I had money at that time. And I was thinking to myself, damn, this is $215. Like, I didn't even like this. And it's like I had this drink that was like smoke was coming out the drink with the nitrogen drinks and all that. And I was just like, I ain't even drunk. Like, it's like I spent all this money
On sugar.
And it's like, that's what I mean. It's like, I get the whole fancy stuff and like being cool and saying that you've been there. But I've been to restaurants that I've spent way less and I've
Mhm.
enjoyed way more. That's just the truth.
Yep.
And sometimes I feel like I get it, but it's like it's not worth it sometimes. But you're right. Be a good person and tell a person and prepare a person like, listen, this is one of those restaurants that you will be a little thrown back if you've never been here before. Like, this is an expensive place. Like, read the
Mhm.
reviews, look it up, see what the price point is.
But I usually set up those kind of things like, let's schedule 3 weeks or 2 weeks from now. We're going to meet up. We're going to this restaurant. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so that way everyone's just kind of in line. And don't invite people to like an expensive ass birthday party either.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've been there.
Just
That you're
don't.
not even cool with the person. You're there because of somebody else, and you're like, wait, we're all splitting this? What
No,
just happened here?
'cause I don't know y'all. I split bills with friends that I know. And people who know like my circumstance, their circumstance. Like, I only split bills with friends that I actually know. Like,
Right.
that I'd be like, sure, whatever. We all help each other out. But don't go OD.
And pay the fee to like get the bill split because honestly, when there's a party of like 15 guys, no.
No, just give me what I ordered.
Yeah, it's really a nightmare. But if we win the $1 billion, that's
Oh,
a
it's all on
completely
me.
different situation.
I'm-
Okay, so step one, plan. Step
Step
one,
one is to plan.
right?
Conversation plan with the family. Step two, so definitely just the plan. Step two would be putting that plan into action.
I think my step two would be getting rid of debt for me.
Yes. Mine
And
too.
in comparison to what I owe to what that money is, like, of course, my debt seems like a lot right now because if it wasn't, I would have paid it off. You know what I'm saying?
To $1 billion is pennies, and I wouldn't feel the hurt.
No, but it's 1000% pennies for what I owe. I'm very proud of saying I don't have like ridiculous debt like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I would first pay that just because I feel like it's such an accomplishment to say, like, I have no bills, like everything is done.
I can just feel it in my heart.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. Like, that would be such a sense of happiness. It's not even funny. So after plan, I love step one, get a plan. Step two, pay your debt. That'll be my step two, pay the debt.
That includes student loans, credit card bills, car notes. I'll be selling the car afterwards. Car notes, anything, any debt that you owe, medical bills, all those little things, just clearing that out.
Or you can even give the car to someone who's been a really good person to you.
Of course.
Here.
Of course.
Here you go.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be paying off the car, but I'm just
Right.
giving it to somebody else.
Right.
Donating it for all I care.
Exactly.
It's going to somewhere. So definitely, that's definitely a good plan too. What is plan part 3? Or
Okay, after I pay the debt, me personally,
go ahead.
I have to do something for myself that is like awesome. Like, I feel like I have to, it doesn't have to be like world tour, no, but I mean like something really fucking awesome. Like go to some extravagant fucking over the top cruise that's like amazing, or like a really beautiful hotel stay and get all kinds of massages and like, get my hair done and my nails and go. I'll get all kinds of facials and massages and all that. Like, I feel like I would really pamper the hell out of myself, not even think twice, and do everything that's out there, like a freaking unnecessary petals of water and snowflakes,
diamond
from
water,
Alaska, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like something really amazing.
Alaska water brought by polar bears. Foolish.
Something really foolish and ridiculous.
I like that because you do need a little bit of pampering, right?
Yeah.
So I like that. I would do the pampering. I think I would go somewhere like Costa Rica almost. Somewhere with like a mountainous forest view. Like I want something that's just give me the most exotic thing. I would do that. And I would probably go to like 3 or 4 countries.
Right off the bat. Okay.
But I know that's a long. We're talking short. You're talking about pampering me.
That's okay. You said if your step 4 and 3 is that's fine. You can do whatever you want with your $1 billion.
I want to do that. But you also did say something to like pamper you. So literally, there's gonna be a little bit of nip tuck here there.
That's part of the plan. That's part of the plan, okay?
That's part of the pamper. They do them shits in a day.
On the list, that's probably number 5. And okay, so I'm gonna fix this, and this. So
all of this, lift these, let's do something. Right. All of that is on there.
Good surgeon.
The best.
Because you can afford it.
Who's Kim's? Where's Kim's Kardashians?
Yeah, but I don't want to look like I did it.
No, I don't want her. Oh, that's true. I don't want to look.
You can tell she did it. Like it has to be someone. I want to know who it is that does these surgeries for people that no one can even tell. Like, it's like, that happens. Yeah. That happens, man. Like, what is it who is the surgeon that is really out here? Maybe Dr. Miami. I don't know. He's really popular. Like, it's just like someone is doing something out here that no one can tell.
Somebody, whoever he is, the best of the best, we got him and we're booking him ASAP.
By the way, I heard there's an amazing plastic surgeon that's a woman, and I think she's Brazilian. And the reason I know that is because I live here. You know, everybody gets surgery out here. So, like, I've heard through a few people that there's this Brazilian doctor that she is spectacular and that she can create amazing, beautiful women and bodies and whatever. And I said to myself, you know what? This is the first time I've heard of a woman doing plastic surgery.
I've never heard of a woman plastic surgeon. I mean, I've heard of women plastic surgeons maybe, but very like minimal, but not like invasive plastic surgery to like
what is that about? Is it because men know what women should look like? I don't know. Like, what is that?
I think we might have to do some research on this, but I think that women sometimes go with more dermatology kind of aspects, right? Like the outside layers of things. And even internal medicine.
The money is with plastic surgery, bro.
But the money's in plastic surgery. Yeah. And I think there might be something different with the hand, like how much force in your hands you have to do in surgery or something. Because I haven't met many women surgeons in general.
Really? Interesting. Something to think about. Is it a male-driven industry?
Yeah, because most women, like most of my women doctors aren't surgeons, other than the OBG and, you know, your gynecologist and things like that. My dentist, my internal medicine, you know, most of the women are just usually my dermatologist, like those kind of things. More on the outside and the inside of women health, but never like actual surgery. I've never had.
I would love to know if there's some type of a barrier or something. That's something we should definitely look into. Why is there not more female plastic surgeons?
I feel like it might be something with just kind of like, we also get women are very sensitive when it comes to blood sometimes, but I don't think all women are. But I want to say like, it has to be something with like maybe the forcefulness that has to do with plastic surgery.
That's true. It is a very physical job to do.
It's a very physical.
It's a physical job, yeah, because they have to like lift you up and they have to do a lot of the
lot of the stabbing, like the cutting,
like all this what shit they do. You're like, Jesus, that's why people are in pain.
And that's why I say maybe not every
process.
And that's why I think not every woman can do it. Like it's like not can't do it, chooses not to. That's a lot to take in.
I don't know. I really don't want to say that that's the reason why. And I actually kind of think it may be low-key sexist to say that. So I'm not sure if that's
we're really discriminating on our own women. Yes.
Yeah. But it's like low-key sexist.
But I think it might be on the forcefulness of having to cut. Like we're not usually interested in all of it. Like in that. But I don't want to say that there isn't women surgeons. I've just never met a woman surgeon and I've never had a woman. Well, I've never had surgery. So that's another thing.
Right. But no, usually all my general doctors have always been females because it's my preference. And my gynecologists are usually female as well. But that's also a preference. It's not because there aren't male gynecologists. It's just a preference.
I had male gynecologists who used to be the mayor of Coral Springs. Whole nother story.
Wow, he really knows his people, don't he?
He knows all the city.
Jesus, okay.
The whole city. We went way off on a whole nother tangent
Yeah.
because I did say I was getting plastic surgery, any kind of surgery, all surgery when I win these billions of dollars.
I am going to also get a personal chef because I have learned through my whole
Yes.
journey in life of losing weight, which is like the constant battle and struggle, which we also mentioned in the interview, like we noticed in the one with Michelle. It's always like once you have a weight issue, that's a weight issue for the rest of your life. It's not like I have a weight issue and now I found the magic pill and I'm good. No, like you have to always consistently always be on top of that. So I think investing in a personal chef is extremely key because it's all about what you put in your body. So I would definitely invest in a chef. I think that's like major key for my future. I know myself. I know what I need.
Oh,
And
personal chef,
someone,
100%.
I need someone to cater to these random ass cravings I be having. And I need you to be like, look, I need a flavor that has some type of fish in that shit. I need a little bit of onions. Make that shit happen under these amount of calories.
It needs to taste like Cheesecake Factory, but less calories,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you. It needs to be, oh, this keto diet, I'm adding way too much cheese. Can you please figure
Do
this?
some vegan nonsense to make me feel like it's cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something. Like, I need it.
But definitely a house chef. But before the house chef, I need personal trainer, of course, comes, the chef, and then, but the chef needs a kitchen. So,
So therefore, you need a house to put the kitchen in.
and therefore, I need a house. And I think I would do a house. Well, we forgot about our own family. Oh, so helping out my parents is key.
Yeah.
And I think for my parents, they'll probably they'll just be like, pay off this house. And they'll just want to, my parents already want to travel. So they'll ask them no questions and let them do what they want to do. Keep them on a retainer.
A world pass.
Budget. We'll keep them on a budget of what they do.
Because you can buy that, right? Like a world pass for the whole year and you could travel anywhere in the world. There's like
I've never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
That must be a black card kind of thing that we don't know about.
Well, we'll know once we're billionaires because then you get exposed to things in life.
Exactly. Help them out, help out my sibling, whatever she wants. But for me, like, I don't want an extravagant, out of this world, ginormous mansion, but I want a nice house. And I know I want a condo. Like, I know, like, everything inside of me just wants a condo with a view. And I might do one in Seattle and New York.
Nice.
And Miami.
Nice.
I have $1 billion, right?
Oh, shout out to Seattle that you would still get property there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And how expensive it is. And you need $1 billion to Bill Gates is here. We ain't got no choice. And Jeff Bezos. They killing shit out here.
Yeah.
Come on now. So I would definitely live next door to Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates.
You'll be hanging out with them because you'll be going to their country clubs, whatever it is that they do. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever it is that they own half of it here. But definitely, I love a condo with like space and view because I like views.
Mm-hmm.
I like to wake up to like see something. So definitely one in Seattle, Miami, and one in New York. So a little bit of a bi-coastal kind of situation.
I dig that. I would definitely have more than one home in more than one state.
Yeah.
Because that's always been a personal goal of mine regardless. So the fact that I'll be able to accomplish that on a high level, that would be really dope.
Yeah.
So I would, of course, have a home in New York and I will have a home here in Miami. Here, I would do the yacht thing with the house, with the back, with the water and all that. Like I would do that.
Simple to get also like in Fort Lauderdale. Like I realize is that people don't really notice that just the regular ass homes in Fort Lauderdale, right behind it could be a whole marina and you don't even know. And it'd be like the simplest, smallest looking ranch. And right behind it, they have a whole boat. What happened to somebody we knew?
Spectacular lifestyle that you're like, wow, this is so cool. You know what I mean? Like, this is awesome. I'm not sure if I would necessarily get a big ass yacht, but because they're super expensive to maintain and everything, like it's a lot. And I'm not really into the ocean like that. So I'm not sure. That would just be something that I would get if I get a job. I mean, if I create a business that allows me to get more income, I'll get a yacht eventually, but it's not something that will be like on the top 20. But I would get the home that's by the water that I can just jump into the water type of thing because it can happen here. So I would do it. You know what I'm saying? I would do that. I would do the floor to ceiling windows, the entire condo that's like,
all of it.
I can see the entire city, 360 view of this damn apartment is amazing. So like, you know, I would
shower and you are seeing the whole view of Miami is looking. Yes, I'm here.
Amazing. Like I would totally do that, like 100%. And I would also invest in like 3 or 4 apartment buildings. Like that would be major key for me. Like I need to get these apartment buildings on and popping, whether it's abandoned, whether it's gentrification process, whatever the case may be. I need to get at least 4 apartment buildings because this money needs to keep on going, and I need to be able to leave something for my children, and I need to be able to have something under my name and incorporate myself in some way, because at the end of the day, I've seen way too many documentaries with these people that hit the lotto and are broke.
Dead broke. And that would be my last and final step. So after I tour for a while, I have embarked in all of this. I have filled all this in, and shout outs to my mother for being my personal accountant, because I ain't hiring nobody to handle this money. Okay? And thankfully, I have taken some accounting classes to manage this and some finances. So managing it on my own, and we will definitely, I want to flip houses, and I want to flip like condos and things like that. I want to start my own agency, and then just start on the world domination that we will be taking over with this, like, and building an empire with that. Like I want to take a break and then build an empire right after, like the whole recharge, re-energize yourself, refresh. You're paid off all this debt now. Like, how are we going to make more money come in?
Exactly. Because ultimately, I'm not saying that you're going to run out of $900 million. Like, I don't think that that's an easy amount of money to run out of. Let's say that that is the money after taxes that you get. If it's 1.6 billion, 900, I don't even know the math, but let's say it's 900 million. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot
of money, like a lot of money. So you can definitely kind of be lazy and still be okay. But I don't want to be lazy. Like, I feel like I've always wanted an opportunity to be able to create something and have the money to do it. So it's like that dream to be able to come true. And it's like, yo, I can finally do something awesome, and like not hesitate and do it to the level that I want to do it. If I want that shit to be luxury as fuck, I'm gonna be able to make that shit luxury as fuck because I have the money to do it. So it's like, that's dope. I feel like that shit is gonna be the best part, in my opinion. And then, like you said, it's scary to like put your money in other people's hands, because when you have money like that, you need an accountant, you need a financial planner, you need an advisor.
Yes,
you have to.
The whole bank you have to have on your side, and that's not easy. It's not easy, and you have to pay those people as well. But you have to be very, like, look at all the people who've been robbed, even celebrities who have been robbed directly from their accountants, from their financial advisors, people taking money out of their accounts. And they have so much that they don't see it happening until it's too late.
Right.
Until they've lost a lot of it. And so that's why I need to know to have people on my team who know the math already, although it is a lot bigger and a lot more than what they're probably used to handling.
Yeah. It's just scary. I mean? It's scary. It's scary to put the trust into somebody.
Into someone's hands. And so, in being a single person, you won't be able to handle that by yourself. Not one person can handle that amount by themselves and track it.
But okay, so what if you hit the jackpot, right? And then you marry somebody? You gonna do the prenup?
Of course. Of course.
You don't believe in love, Marley?
No, not at all. Not when there's $1 billion involved. That's dangerous. That's like, but see, that's just the same thing. Like, and then here's the scary and the negative parts of these things, right? Does this person love you for you or for the billions of dollars? Does this person want you or want your money?
True.
Is this, like, and it's kind of associated with that same aspect of fame, right? Like, you have to find someone in your a little bit in the same area, same field, a little bit, so that they have a little bit of understanding. But this person that you meet, are they there for your money? Do you start dating billionaire sons only? Heiress of whatever? Do we become the new Meghan Markles? I don't know. Do you get what I mean? Like, it becomes a whole different thing. Now, if I'm already in a relationship, and as you are, and this occurs, do you split it with your significant other that's currently with you now?
I don't think I'm gonna necessarily split it if it's on me right now, like 100%. I don't think I'm gonna be like, oh, it's an automatic 50-50, not necessarily. But if we play together, of course, you know what I mean? Like, it's 50-50. I have no problem with that. But if we play alone, I wouldn't necessarily automatically say it's 50-50, because I think that it's the smarter thing to do. To not do that, not because I don't trust him, but because he knows why. So it's just something that it would be the strategic move. Now, as far as him and I, and if we are still in a healthy relationship, he does not ever have to worry about anything again in life. Like, it's like, we're good. We are good.
We
You know what I'm
are
saying?
good.
We are
But it's
good.
still you're still the one financially
And I would give him
managing that
plenty
money.
of opportunity to get as much as no, and actually, to be honest with you, he's better with money than I am. So he would probably have a more control in regards to
Okay.
don't get the gold, steering wheel for the Bentley. It's not necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we are getting that Lamborghini truck, my friends. I don't think you understand that Lamborghini truck and that Bentley truck that Cardi was driving is and I don't even like those cars like that.
Right, but it's just like, okay.
I just want a Mercedes, the SUV. Okay.
Right. Like he would just be a little bit more rational than me in certain aspects. So in a way, that's good. So I feel you, and I would definitely give him his own money. This is your gift. You don't even have to ask me. You don't have to whatever, because I don't want him to feel like
to make it into something else.
What you want to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And see how you can make that grow. Give him that power and that strength, because I hope and believe that he would do the same for me. Like, here's your money and do what you want. Yes, we are a unit, but you are entitled to this. You feel me? And do what you got to do.
And that's what I probably would do with my sister and my parents, where like give them some chunk, like a good decent amount, and then they have to figure it out from there. Because I'd rather people not come back and forth 100 times to keep asking me for more and more. You get what I mean?
Right.
Like,
no, yeah, because they have to be responsible now. You're not gonna be their bank.
Exactly. This is not Bank of America, Bank of Marley.
Not even Bank of Charity of Marley. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be that. It should not be that. 100%. And it's like, ultimately, of course, you start blessing them and you start doing shit for them. You're probably gonna buy your sister her car and her house. Like, she doesn't have to come out of pocket for that. Like, you're gonna bless your sister.
It's a separate thing, yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like, ultimately, you can't, from what you've learned from like others and like what you've seen, you can't get people dependent on it, and like just mooching forever. Like, there has to be some type of a control so that there won't be failure. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of responsibility. So I totally dig, like, not an allowance, but here's your lump sum. Here's your financial advisor so you can learn what to do with this money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think these are great routes. So we talked about our responsible side, what we do, our family, and then our extravagant, luxurious, out of this world, animal owning, probably craziness, luxuries that we would have. I mean, just thinking about, like, I've seen people go to, is it Shanghai? Some people go to like Japan, and there's like this rooftop extravagant beautiful pool that's overseeing the whole city, and I'm like, I just want to be there.
I think it is Shanghai.
I think it's Shanghai. Mm-hmm. You're just like, I'm just here, like little things like that. So
I would, if part of my splendor of going nuts, like when I'm all right, I will go to every part of the country that I've always been curious about. All of it. I'm talking about, y'all ain't gonna see me for a good 14 months because I'm out.
So. Yep. I think that's me. My Instagram's gonna be popping if you ask me.
And if I send you a flight and you the homie, just take the flight. Like,
no,
I got you.
No questions.
Don't ask questions.
And that's what I'm saying, where no one's gonna know. Because I want to put it into this aspect where we're like, what the fuck is happening? Don't worry about it. Just get on the flight. I'd be like, Diana, did you get the ticket? Where are we going? Get on the flight.
Just get on the flight. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, what about work? Fuck it. I sent them $20. Go get on. Like, I got you covered. Just get on and go. Mm-hmm. And I know that I'm a gift person. I'm a giving person anyways. I know that for my friends and for my close ones and things like that. Like, I got you in different ways. It's not all of it.
It's fun to make people happy.
Yeah, it's just little things to make you happy. Mm-hmm. So shout outs to, and all best of luck to each and every one of us. Even if it's just getting 50 million. Yeah. Just getting the mega number correct can go a long way. And so,
you know how you know I won? If you get a ticket, all right, let's say when we have that party in South Africa that you're invited to, and I'm just sending you a flight and hotel included, and it's a 7-star hotel, and you just like, but wait, hold on, this is extremely expensive, and everything is paid and has your name on it, and you ain't asking no questions, just know I won. That's my way of telling you. So
you got to bring a luggage because I got this. Yes, you're getting on clothes out here.
Just come through.
Show up, no luggage needed. Bring your medication to you survive. Whatever you need that's urgent.
Right. Take all of your vaccines and let's go.
And just come out here. That's it. Don't ask questions. I think that's how I want to approach it. Like I really want it to be a very mysterious thing. I really just want it to be, because I don't think I'm going to change. My lifestyle will change, but I don't think I'm going to change. I'm just going to live it really low key.
I think it's hard not to change. I think I would rather not change, but I think that it's hard not to change a little bit. Not to change in the sense of like, you look a little more polished. Life is a little different. Like it's just, you could tell when a person has money. Honestly.
We're just gonna have makeup artists and hair people on call.
It's like sometimes I'm like walking down the street and like someone passes by and they sit next to me, let's say at a Starbucks or whatever. You could tell if that person has money. You could tell.
I know. And I'd be like, damn, I'd be trying some days, but you just be on it.
Like, no, they just have this like air about themselves. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like they eat all that organic shit all the time. So
we don't gotta go to Whole Foods on a budget no more.
Right.
That shit is tough.
Yeah. You gotta select stuff sometimes and like maybe this in Whole Foods today.
But this time some days.
These $9 cookies though. You know what I'm saying?
$10 grapes that taste like cotton candy. It's just back.
Yeah.
It's a Messy Monday's gonna be popping.
Yeah. It's gonna be kind of crazy. I'm just letting you know, guys.
We'll be in the same time zone every episode. So
it'll be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. So good luck and shout outs. And if you got any lucky numbers out there, share them with us.
Absolutely. And if you win and you want to donate $100,000 towards Messy Mondays, we would really gladly appreciate it.
And we will put it to great use.
We will put it to great use, guys. It will be amazing if you decide to donate $100,000 towards the podcast, just because you like listening to us and you're like, you know what? These young ladies deserve $100,000. There's nothing wrong with that. All good.
Put to great use. Trust
Absolutely.
us. Not in all the things that we've mentioned, but in a lot of things.
We won't be able to buy everything.
Messy Mondays.
Your
girl show me. Your girl Marley Mar. Messy Mondays.